We are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends. My name is Scott Switzer. I'm your host. I am the Clydesdale. We love to do fitness, and these are my friends. I have Amy Radowski with me and Charlie Odie, co-hosts of the show. We have a couple things to talk about today. First and foremost, we got a new sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
C4 Energy, Nutrabolt. They own Extend brands. They own the BCAAs, the protein for Extend. They also own those beautiful yellow cans of C4 that you see at all the stores. I got to say, the best flavoring of any pre-workout energy drink that I have had ever. Skittles and Starburst through the roof. You got to check them out. You can do that. You see down below if you're watching us on YouTube. The promo code is Clydesdale, and that gets you 20% off everything at c4energy.com. In addition, what's cool about this promo code is if they are running a promo already, you get to add 5% more to their promo. So right now, C4 is running a 25% off deal. You get to add 5% to that with our code to make it 30% off. So make sure to go check out C4 Energy at c4energy.com and use the code Clydesdale. And today you'll get 30% off your order on everything.
Sweet.
We also want to thank our old sponsors and our very trustworthy and older sponsors, RX Mercure. We have the code Clydesdale15. That gets you 15% off everything in their store at rxmercure.com. Except for new releases and special editions. And Clydesdale 15, all caps there. Mobility Movement. I used it last night. I couldn't get to sleep. Got out of bed. Listened to Crystal's calming voice. Did some stretching and fell asleep. Bam. And so you can do that too by going to Mobility Movement. MVMNT is how they spell movement. And you go to mobilitymovement.com, use the code Clydesdale20 and get 20% off your first 6-month subscription.
Nice.
Now that that's all out of the way, how's everyone doing today?
Not too bad. I did see Mr. Mobility this morning, bright and early at 6:15. And it was, yeah.
Oh, you can hear me now. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. And it was quite the devil of a workout. Wasn't it?
Devil's Press?
Yes.
Press.
70 of them.
70?
It was 10 rounds, 35 double unders, followed by 7 Devil's Press. The nice part about it is they were lighter at 35 and 25, but it was still 70 reps, yeah.
Don't know if I've ever done 70 Devil's Presses in my life.
Well, I did that today. And I think Charlie did.
Oh, I did.
Okay. He was there. For sure.
It was wonderful on the low back.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I didn't burn it down. I was smart.
Yep. He was smart. And he helped save my life during the WOD because, my boy came to work out with me. And I was in the middle of the WOD, and at like round 3, I knew Charlie was still in the building, and I yelled, "Charlie!" And I was like, "Help!" And he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Open the garage door. It's too hot." So
I don't know that we can call him a boy anymore because he's a large individual.
Yeah, my boy is really a man-child of it's probably 6'1" and 230, 19 years old. 240?
6'1". He's got to be bigger than that.
240. We'll call it 240. He put on some freshman college pounds.
But all over, not just
Yeah.
midsection.
Yeah. He's just a big dude.
Trunks.
Yeah.
Just a big kid.
Yeah.
So I can make a confession. This week has been very rough on the working out for me. I did a bunch of home remodeling on Sunday.
Oh, after your injection.
Yeah, right after my injection.
Was that a smart decision?
Well, I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't lifting anything heavy, except for a toilet.
And maybe using muscles that you don't normally use because it's kind of odd.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, just checking.
And then I did some painting really high in my cathedral ceiling in my bedroom. But standing on the ladder is a different, and it's not like a box step up or anything. It's because you're doing it on the ball of your foot or the heel on a ladder. So you have more stability. And so there was a pinpoint pain in my butt from standing on that ladder and reaching that I could not get past. So I've been using mobility movement all week and trying to bike this thing out. And I think today, finally, I feel somewhat normal again.
So that means tomorrow you're going to go all fitness?
Tomorrow I'll go fitness, and then I move Corey into her new house on Saturday, and we'll see what that does.
Go ahead, Charlie.
I was just going to say, keep doing mobility movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I'm not going to do tomorrow. I'm not going to go RX on the workout tomorrow because it's got box jump overs.
Huh.
I'm not ready for that yet. So I'll do step overs until I feel I can jump again.
Do you still get the mental block of doing a box jump?
No.
After hitting your shin?
Oh, now I think I will. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Since she's already saying she's not going to do it.
Well, also I still have an open wound. So last thing I want to listen.
Better. Got a nice little Band-Aid on there.
Okay. Maybe I'll jump on a shorter box then. Maybe 16. I'll work myself there. 12?
Yeah.
Okay. 12. Great. Better than 16. I'm in.
I mean, my 8-year-old does 12, but it's neither here or there.
Fine. Whatever.
He's got hops.
Yeah, he does. So what's the big news today with CrossFit?
Well, I'm not sure there's big news. There was a press conference this morning. CrossFit held. They had 3 athletes on the press conference. It was Gabby Magala, Guy Mijaros, and Mal O'Brien. Yeah, her. The person that won the Open and the quarterfinals. And Justin Berg was on there, and Adrian Bosman. Andrew Weinstein was the voice of God behind the scenes, directing people. And basically, the big announcement was that they've extended their stay in Madison for 1 more year.
Mm-hmm.
So 2023 games will be held in Madison as well. An article came out later that said it will be the final season in Madison. They did not say that on the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
But that came out in the article that is published on games.crossfit.com now.
So
TBD. You can go check that out.
TBD.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, there was a lot of speculation and there was talk of who put bids in. And I'm wondering, now that there's another year, will those bids change? Because there's more time to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're staying there. The other things that were talked about were penalty assessments and what are we going to do about those?
Good.
It was very PR, try to push forward, try to get better every year. Adrian Bosman said that they got deeper penetration down the leaderboard this year.
Did they?
They did. That is his exact quote. And so they're going to keep doing that. And that's why they also did make a very good point that a lot of these videos are public before they have a chance to make their ruling. So people are grabbing these videos, making their statements about them, and CrossFit hasn't even had the opportunity to look at them, review them, or make a judgment.
Fair to that.
They were asked about the 2 workouts that are going to happen at the semifinals that CrossFit is doing themselves, so that there's consistency, and they don't have to show up in any order at each semifinal. So they're naming 2 workouts, and it's up to the semifinal where it appears in the order. Just so you know. And every semifinal had to turn in their workouts to CrossFit 6 weeks before their semifinal to get a full review from CrossFit, because they want to ensure consistency across all semifinals. They want to let them all have their own stamp, but they don't want to have what happened last year, where one was all power output and one was all length and stuff. They want to make it a little more consistent. And then they were asked about their sponsors kind of dropping away. You know, we all know that the Whoop has changed. CrossFit isn't on there anymore. They don't appear on the game site as a sponsor of the games. They were asked about that, and their response was, we're happy with our sponsors. We love who we have, and we love who support us. And, you know, there's been some turnover from like Fit Aid to O2. But they're happy with who they have and the people that are making the efforts to do so. So that was kind of the PC response there. My only beef with the press conferences, I actually had a question and they never called me.
Oh.
Yeah. They called others multiple times.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Do we know these others? We won't talk about these others.
Everybody knows the others.
We can talk about it offline.
They're the big names in the space. I am just little old Clydesdale Media down here in the corner. But
they don't know we're kind of a big deal. I got it.
I have a sign that says it.
Yeah. So other than that, and I typed it into the chat box, and just as I got it in, they ended the press conference.
Oh, so maybe it's a timing thing.
Well, my hand was up throughout almost the entire press conference. And then I decided to go ahead and type it in. And when I typed it in, well, we're going to go.
We had a question there if you want to read that, Scott.
I can honestly say that LaFranco did not ask a single question. His crew got a few.
725.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Oh. From our own Cat Shearer says, Justin said he had his hand raised also and didn't get called on.
Is that what that says?
But somebody else says, Cat says, Morning Chalk Up got a lot.
Who is this Cat? Is she a new listener? Thanks for listening.
Must be. I only know
long time listener, first time caller.
Cat.
Is that Skewer?
Yeah. Oops. Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm doing here.
So yeah. So Amy, just click on the same one again, and it'll the same one. Okay. There you go.
I'm learning new skills. Oh, okay. I'm not going to post something what she just said. So forget that.
We get to say what goes on the air and what doesn't.
That's right.
But yeah, there. And I'll go ahead and say, like, full transparency, Sean Woodland got a couple questions. MCU got a bunch of questions. And then there was someone from South America who got a few questions. But they rotated through that group, and the rest of us didn't get to ask. So,
question: did the person from South where did you say?
South America.
South America. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he had one directed to Guy specifically.
Sure.
And then they had, what the hell? What do we have to lose, right? We're small. Nobody. They had athletes on there, and then they had Adrian and Justin on there. I think those two groups of people get asked different questions, and to have them on the same press conference seemed a bit weird.
Oh, okay,
and to get any kind of flow of questions to people seemed odd. I myself was wondering, did CrossFit HQ have the athletes on there as a buffer?
Yes.
To the other questions that could have come up. Now
I
I
would say
can't.
yes.
I have no proof of that. That's just because if it's just the athletes and it's like an athlete press conference, the questions are in one direction. It's if you have Justin Berg and Adrian Bosman on, the questions are a completely different direction.
Mhm.
So, and just so you know, Will, I did not get the email for this press conference. I wiggled my way in. I'm trying to get on the list for future press conferences, but we'll see what happens. It doesn't do me any good to wiggle my way in and then not get allowed to ask anything, though.
Hold on. Where can we watch this press conference at? Ashley asks.
So there was an email that went to media members. I know they recorded it, so it will probably go out. I will say it was not eventful because there really was no. There were even times that the questions seemed like they were put on a tee, like in T-ball, up for the people, but I don't know.
Got another question. No one was going to ask about Granite Games with Mal there.
Yeah.
Then Will states, wiggled your way. Sounds like your mobility protocols are working. That's right,
Yeah.
Will.
Mobility movement, mobility MVMNT, Clydesdale 20. And then maybe you can wiggle your way too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the press conference. It was very, very uneventful. They say they're doing another one when the semifinals are over. And so we'll see what happens there. Mm-hmm. The only point that CrossFit made that I did understand now is that, and if we look at it by naming examples, right? If Andrew Hiller takes a video from Danny Spiegel and he comments on it, he's doing it faster than CrossFit has even had the opportunity to look at it. So they haven't even had a chance to make a ruling or a judgment on that video. And that I do see as an issue. Now, how that's corrected, I don't know. But it's easy for us as lay people to look at Andrew Hiller's video and go, man, CrossFit isn't doing anything.
Yeah, but he's
because they're not reacting that fast.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of followers that like it's getting around fast.
Shouldn't that be someone's job to look those videos?
I mean, you would think.
Ashley, yeah, that's exactly what the answers given were. Very prepared statements, not necessarily heartfelt, if that's what I'm trying to say there.
So, Scott, let's go back and review. Sorry, if you were going to add something else to this.
No.
Let's go back and review something that you shared on your Instagram story the other day, and it was about somebody who got one of the spots to the semifinals that didn't even have a score posted for workout number 2.
Yeah, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from that post.
Okay. I just was looking for more details because I didn't know about it, so I didn't know if you maybe.
So there's a Masters athlete who did not have a score posted for workout 2 in the age group online quarterfinal.
Okay.
And then suddenly, like 8 days later, it appears.
Okay.
Now that person supposedly had technical issues. It has come to light since I made that post that person, it wasn't necessarily a submission technical issue, but another technical issue. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Nobody's telling me what that is, but it is in comparison to the Annika Greer situation.
Sure.
And so I made a post saying that, fair is fair, and this doesn't seem like it. But it's very foggy what the Masters athlete's issue was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have clarification yet.
Okay.
So, we weren't going to go super long today because we just wanted to kind of go through the press conference in case something major came out. We kind of debriefed that a little bit, maybe bashed it a little bit. I don't know. That's what that was. But the other thing I want to let you guys know is we have some exciting stuff coming up. We are actually going to go live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the one and only Danielle Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
We will be releasing our Alex Gazan full interview. You get a taste of it today in the Rig Report, where she grew up in a very unstable household, and at times had to go live with an aunt because of things going on in her family life. And she's overcome all that. And I think the cool part of that story, which is in the Rig Report today, is that Reagan Huckabee reached out to her, gave her an opportunity to be a CrossFitter, and surrounded her with a great community.
Bye, Charlie.
Yeah. And so that's really cool that a games athlete reached out to this young girl and gave her a community to surround her. And now she's the 12th ranked North American going into semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
And then next Thursday, we are going live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Alexis Raptis, one of the best young CrossFitters in the country, out of Training Think Tank. She's going to be live with us next Thursday morning at 11 a.m. So be sure to check all of that out. So we have a lot of content coming out. We're also reaching out to maybe not the top tier semifinal athletes, because we want to get to know them. All these people are going to semis. They've deserved the right to be honored and interviewed. And so we're going to reach out to as many of them as we can and go live whenever we get them. And they'll just be short 15 to 20 minute segments with these people just to kind of get to know them. So look for those as well. And with that, Charlie's already gone.
Yeah.
He had to go.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you to all of our sponsors: C4 Energy, Mobility Movement, RX Smart Gear. The codes are RX Smart Gear, Clydesdale 15, Mobility MVMNT, Clydesdale 20, and C4, thank goodness, just Clydesdale. With that being said, we will let you go until next week.
Thank you, Ashley. Tell your friends, Ashley. She says, why don't you guys have more followers? You all are awesome. Well, thanks.
Yeah. You hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, hit the notifier so you know when all this content's coming out. And we are gaining followers. I know it doesn't appear like we have a ton, but just a few months ago, we had about 300 subscribers on YouTube. We're now well over 1,000. So in a few months, we've gained a little bit of traction, and our audio podcast is blowing up. We're hitting download numbers. We're doubling them almost on the monthly basis. So just keep telling your friends. We'll just keep putting out content until we grow. Until then, we'll see you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends.
Bye.